Welcome back to the Dream Channel, everybody. It's Kirby coming at you today with a Throwback Thursday video. What do you mean, Cliff? What do you mean? Are you going to fall into the fads of like all the little things like Throwback Thursdays and Flashback Fridays and all the other crap? No. I'm just doing, I want to throw back. And it's to the 90s when I was born. People need to relax. And can please somebody get the color back. In the 90s we had color. That was like the 50s when you had no color. Let's get the color in here, people. Okay, now that's all taken care of and now we're back to being in color. Let's get to this. The first thing on our throwback list today is the N64. Everybody knows this. This is probably the best entertainment system for the Nintendo. And every game was something N64, like Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64. There's so many 64s out there. So original! But I loved every single one of these games. I'm pretty sure they even made a Kirby Crystal Shards 64. It had a nice big title, but they had to add 64 in the end. Okay, so next thing on our list is the Tamagotchi. Oh yes, I was definitely going to talk about this. You remember these little handheld things that were about this big? Everybody had them on their keychains because, oh my god, it's like a virtual pet. I have to click 3 buttons to feed it and walk it and everything. Ugh! And then when you got like going through it and you got like really good at it and then your pet would die, you'd be like, son of a bitch! And you'd throw it across the room and that was like a $20 thing and your parents would get mad at you because you'd ask for another one and they'd ask you what happened to the last one and you'd say, well, it died so I threw it. It doesn't mean the whole thing died. Another egg will come along and hatch. Okay, everybody can relate to this one. Dial-up. Remember that old sound? Wait for it. Yeah. Not only was the sound bad, but if you had siblings, I need to use the phone. Screw you! I'm on the internet. Or it'd be the other way around. I want to go on the internet. I'm talking to my boyfriend. Leave me alone. Okay, the next one. Also a very annoying thing, but that's the only thing we had back then. It's called a Discman. You know how you guys could just go on the computer and download or buy an MP3 file that plays your songs for you and you just load it onto your phone and you're golden? No, you know what we had to do back when I was a kid? You had to bring your favorite disc of your favorite artist, throw it in this machine, clip it to your waist, and walk around and hope to hell in high water that your steps wouldn't make it skip. And then there was no earbuds either. It was these big, weird foam-like headphones. There was no skull candy back then. There was no earbuds. It was just default, like, foam things that everybody laughed at you for, but you didn't care because you couldn't hear them. You were literally blocking out the haters. Okay, so number 5 on this list. You remember the, what's the word I'm looking for? The sound of all over the halls and in classrooms and whatnot? You guessed it, it was the slap bracelet. These bracelets didn't just go over your arm. No, you took it from being straight and you just went snap. And it was a bracelet. Oh my god, it was a new sensation. I don't understand these things. They hurt 90% of the time. If you missed it, it would just slap your wrist and it would stay straight like, whoosh, ah, ah. They're not worth it. Okay, number 6 is Pokemon. Pokemon everything. It was, see, Pokemon everything. This was a backpack at one point. It's the Pikachu. Pokemon. It was everything back in the day. It started from the Game Boy. It went from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color all the way through. And then they made games for the N64 like Pokemon Stadium and Pokesnap and all that other good stuff. And then they just kept going. And like one of the newest games for the Wii U is called Pokken Tournament. and it's like a Street Fighter like based game. And the newest sensation to hit the block, Pokemon Go. What's better than that? You can go down the street and catch yourself a Pikachu for yourself. Like, it's so great. And leave comments and whatnot down in the description to see if you guys want me to do some PokeGo vlogs, because I'm seriously considering it. I mean, I already have the app and I've been like avidly hunting, and that's one of the small reasons why there's no video yesterday. Sorry. But yeah, Pokemon was and always will be the shit. We've gone through a lot of things, and a lot of these things are like, oh yeah, those were pretty good back in the day. Here's one that's gonna knock your socks off. The Cartoon Network. Rip all the good cartoons. Like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Ed, Edd and Eddy. Now it's been replaced by all this crap like The Annoying Orange, which started on YouTube. I don't know how he got his own TV show, but it's just all these dumb new TV shows that they think kids want to watch. I guarantee you, if you put a kid in front of this new Cartoon Network crap and take the same kid and send him down to like the old Cartoon Network, or even if anybody remembers the Fox Box back on Saturday mornings on channel 64, I'm talking about antenna. That's another thing that nobody knows about either. When you had to flip through the static and find the channel you want, and you were upset because the channel wouldn't come in. Like, kids don't know nowadays. But like, I guarantee you that kid is gonna enjoy the 90s cartoons more than they're gonna enjoy this new age crap. Like, I would still sit down and watch the 90s TV shows. Hell, I do. If they're on Netflix, I sit down and binge watch it. Like, I binge watch Pokemon. I binge watched Yu-Gi-Oh! If I could find anything else, I'm totally down. I don't care. Those were like, that was my childhood. And this one is for the creative people out there, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That's right. Making number 8 on this list today is Kid Pics. Every 90s kid and early millennial will know of this. This is basically Photoshop for kids. Like, Kid Pics readied you for your communications classes in high school and college. It was just, you could set up a picture, you could draw on it. It was like an upgraded paint almost. You could stamp on it, you could clone it, you could do anything you wanted. And if you didn't like it, you just grabbed the dynamite and you blew it the hell up. Just boom! And to finally wrap up this list is the good old MSN. Not the website, I'm talking about MSN Messenger. Not a lot of people are gonna remember this because it was golden for like what, maybe 3 years? And then it just kind of disappeared. Because Outlook took over and they were like, it's mine now. But yeah, MSN, like that was like the Skype of my time. Like before Skype was cool and out of its beta, MSN was where it was at. You could webcam, you could video chat, you could just like mic to mic chat, you could text chat, you could do anything on that. It was so great, and all the emojis. I missed all the emojis. Alright, so that wraps it up for this video, this Throwback Thursday video. If you want to see more of this, leave some feedback down in the comments, and actually just tell me where you want me to throw back to, whether you want to go as far as the 80s, the 70s, and the 60s, and so on and so forth. Yeah, other than that, so like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. The next video should be out tomorrow. I hope so for you. And yeah, so I guess until then, bye! I'm gonna have my outro down pat by the end of this. Okay.